call. And that would have been a nice flop for us. But anyway, yeah, that would have even been better. Why don't you give us another queen? But anyway, so he insta calls, then the all in for half a stack, and he catches the flush draw. So called half a stack off with on a flush draw after the turn, or on the turn when he had literally an 18% chance of catching up. And you can see he just insta called here too on this guy. Yeah, and so this guy right here was just trying to steal my blinds, and this guy called him down, and now he's just lost a lot of chips. So you can see what's going on him. I've been pegged as a type player, which is fine, um, but you can see, um, I already know what he thinks of me. In other words, all right. I can't shove here and try to take this with this guy up here. This guy with so many chips, being the loosest player, is a problem. All right, so 1600 in chips, 1100. If this gets folded to me, if this guy folds, I'm shoving on this guy. He's sitting out. I have to put pressure on these two guys to fold. Obviously, King 6 not a good hand, but trying to play more aggressive here. I haven't played any hands. Looks a little obvious I'm still in the blinds, but I don't care. We have to get more aggressive now, obviously. It, when this guy up here doesn't get involved, it's going to give me more opportunities to play. A loose aggressive player with all the chips is not a scenario you want. See what I'm talking about? This guy bet again. Bet 520. He pretty much bet the pot, and this guy puts them all in. I don't know where the hesitation was there with the ace king. Maybe he was just debating. And um, you know, that's what happens. If you can make it, if you can make it, to a big stack. If you play loose, realize that, and try to try to hang on to that chip lead. I've completely missed everything. Oh wait, I guess I do have a straight. Let me see how I want to play this here. I think he'll call me, so I'm going to raise. Alright, so that worked out. Let me see what he had. He had an ace. He hit an ace on the turn. I guess was hoping I was going to bet, but I didn't raise pre-flop, so it's not like I have an ace. Five seven. I don't want anything to do with that. Alright, I'm going to try to limp in this hand. This guy over here limps into there. You got the guy sitting out. I'm not sure if he's trying to be sneaky or if he really has a hand. I will die with this hand under this player. Alright, so we've got 2,000 in chips, 210, only thing to do with. Again, state of mind, I was just talking about this guy just gave away, over the last couple of hands, he's given away about half a stack. Uh, so he may be looking to play more aggressive. Keep in mind this guy's sitting out, got 1,300 chips, because it has an effect on how I'm going to play too. If he starts getting really down in chips and someone keeps playing at me, then obviously I'm going to try to outlast this other guy. I want to re-watch that hand right there. Okay, it was checked. Thought it was raised. He had a flush draw. Alright, that makes sense. Okay, limp under the gun. Let's look at his notes. He limped under the gun before with no big hand, so he may just legitimately have a hand. Or he could be trying to trap this guy that's been playing so aggressive. Hit bottom pair. Now we're going to see what... Well, I can't believe I have the best hand here, but... I would like to see the river for free, sir. We might have the best hand here. I don't see any reason to bet it. If he doesn't, he's only going to call me if he's got something. So yeah, we did have the best hand. I want to review that hand one more time. He had ace queen, so he limped under the gun. This guy limped under the gun with ace queen and missed the flop, and then let everybody catch up. Checked it to the river. You don't want to play that tight. I mean, you do have to fire a continuation bet, especially when you've got that many chips. I'm going to raise this up, try to do a minimum raise here. This guy just got back in. That sucks. That's not what I was trying to accomplish. I thought he was still going to be sitting out. Maybe he doesn't realize that I was just raising his blinds. He calls. It's going to be hard for me to continue bet here. I'm going to have to give this up. I don't want to jeopardize my chip stack. He was sitting out when I originally made the bet. Sometimes players will sit out deliberately when their big blind comes around, and then you raise, they'll jump back in there. I don't know if he did that necessarily. I don't know if he really had a hand. I could have re-raised his. If the problem is, if I re-raise his minimum bet there, then, and if he calls me or comes over the top, I've really put myself in a bad situation chip wise, so I don't want to do that. And all I had was ace high. Just get away from it. I just wasn't sure if he was calling me to try to make a move on me. Like, in other words, if he realizes that what I'm doing, that I'm just raising him because he was sitting out, because I did make a minimum raise, so it looked kind of weak. But if he realizes that, then he can just call me with any two cards and then try to make a play. See ya. This is a terrible call, man. But we wanted to win. We need a 10 or 9, and it doesn't happen. It's just not a. It's not a good call to be calling someone's all in with 10-9. I mean, he did have chips, but you know, he just doubled him up. I made a shove on this hand. Got two nice stacks here that really don't want to take any chances when they can make it right to the money, so I'm going to go ahead and shove. It's easier for them to fold and surrender those chips when they've got nice, healthy stacks. And if they did call me, I'm 8-10 suited. I've got straight draws. I've got flush draws. But strictly, just trying to pick up the blinds based on their chip stacks. They probably don't want to get involved unless they pick up something big. All right, so we don't want a queen to hit the board. And that'll work. So we got another player knocked out. 1, 2,